So we'll start in a minute. All will join by then. Yes, today we will do more problems only on the mirrors, including the speed of objects and images. Okay, so before everyone joins, all will do this one. So first we will complete the questions from reflection before going to refraction. So this is the figure that is showing a point object A and a plane mirror Mn. You have to find the position of the image of object A in mirror Mn by drawing the ray diagram. So इससे ray diagram draw करेंगे. So let us say this is one ray. So it has to follow the law of reflection. We will take another ray. This will again follow the law of reflection. And these both rays, when extended, it will meet at these points. So ये point हो जाएगा image का. That will be at same distance as the object. So you have to indicate the region in which the observer's eye must be present in order to view the image. So here you need to use the eye. You need to keep the eye here so that you can observe the image, because our line of sight is a straight line. So we have talked about the speed of image and object, how we have related with respect to curved mirrors. So with respect to a plane mirror, let us do a simple question. Let's say this is a plane mirror and an object is kept here. Object is moving at 10 meter per second. This is 37 degree. So you have to find out, and you have been given this one. So you have to find the velocity of image. So for this, okay, when did we do this question भाई? ये question कब हमने किया है? We did with respect to this mirror. When did you do this question? Last class we did not do this question, Aviram. We did the question with respect to this mirror. This is a plane mirror here. You can see this is a plane mirror. So find out the answer then. Let me know what answer you get, Abhiram. Minus 8i plus 6j. Let us check. So if we project this, we are going to get 10 cos 37. So that will be 8. And here you will get 6 meter per second. So as the object is approaching with speed 8 meters towards the mirror, so image will be approaching with same speed, and in this direction the speed will be same. So velocity of the image will be minus 8i plus 6j meter per second. All right, everyone. So, okay, we will continue with the other questions. So everyone will do this one. So what would be the magnification of the image when the object is placed at a distance x from the principal focus away from a concave mirror of focal length f? So this answer Angha will give. So till the time answer will not be completed, we will not go to the next question. So quickly do this one. So here, whatever answer, Angha, you can hear me? You can hear me? Are you there, Angha? Are you there? So I'm maintaining the names, guys. Whoever is not responsive in the class, that means you're not present. You have just joined and left for somewhere. What would be the magnification of the image when an object is placed? So this is a concave mirror and this is the focus. So where is the object placed? At a distance x from principal focus. So let us say here we have the object at a distance x. Focal length is f. So you have to find the magnification. So what will be the magnification? Magnification is minus v by u. So in this case object distance क्या होगा? What will be the object distance here?
minus x plus f, sir. My whole minus
X plus f, negative. And what will be the image distance? We do not have that. So we can use the formula 1 by u plus 1 by v equal to 1 by f. So from here, v will be u into f by u minus f. So we will find this value and we'll keep it here. We'll get the value of m. So that will be minus u we have as minus x plus f, and v we will get it as u into f. That means x plus f into f divided by u, that is minus x minus f minus f. So we are going to get this as, this gets cut. So we will get f by x plus 2f. कुछ ऐसा मिला मैग्निफिकेशन, f by x plus 2f?
no, sir. Sir, f by minus f by x.
Minus f by x. Let us check here once again.
सर यहाँ पे वो 1/u plus 1/v is equal to 1/f, उसमें और थोड़ा स्प्लिट करके कीजिए सर, वहीं पे कहीं प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है.
That means this value of v is not right. ये तो करेक्ट है.
नहीं सर, ये करेक्ट है, वो उसमें कैलकुलेशन में कहीं एरर हुआ है.
तो u के जगह अगर हम रखते हैं x plus f into f, so minus this
The
into
object distance
f.
will be x plus f, no sir?
वही तो लिया x plus f.
Sir, but here we have considered as only u, मतलब x plus f नहीं considered.
कहाँ पर कंसीडर? वही तो कर रहा हूँ कंसीडर.
ठीक है सर.
Yes sir, divided by x plus f
into f divided by x plus f. अच्छा माइनस f, राइट? ये राइट, f by x. Okay. This one quickly. Object and a plane mirror are shown If the mirror is moved with velocity v as shown, then you have to find the velocity of the image. This is again a plane mirror here. So what we will get here, the speed of the image we have to find. So first you can project like this. So this will be v sine theta and this component will be v cos theta. So now with respect to this object, the mirror is having the perpendicular component v sine theta and the parallel component v cos theta. So this v cos theta, it's not going to affect the velocity of the image in this case. So let us say anywhere image is formed. So agar if mirror is approaching the object with speed v sine theta, that means with speed v sine theta. So what will be the total or the net speed that we will get for the speed of image in this case? You can find it using the concept of relative velocity here. So it will be 2v sine theta. Okay. All right, 2v sine theta, whoever has got, they are correct. Number 5 we will do. Number 5 quickly we will do. a rod of length 10 centimeter lies along the principal axis of a concave in such a way that the end closer to the pole is 20 centimeters away from it. So you have to find the length of the image. So if this is concave mirror, how is the object present? Like this. It is lying along the principal axis. Focal length is 10 and it is lying such that the end closer to the pole. That means this is the end closer to the pole. It is at 20 centimeter away from it. So let us say the length of the object is L. So this will be 20 plus L. So now you have to compute accordingly. Okay, one answer I have got,
The L
but
is
at
also
least
10 centimeter.
others can give the answer. Only one answer I am getting repeatedly. So all of you keep doing this. I'll just join from another system because my battery is showing low here in this laptop. Till then, number 5 जल्दी से सभी करेंगे. Okay, here. So how do we do this one? 5 centimeter, I can see one answer. So only one I can see 5 centimeter. Okay, everyone says 5 centimeter approximately. So let us see how this is correct. So first you can find the position with respect to this point. So इस point के respect में अगर object यहाँ रहेगा, that means if u is -20, f we already know it is -10 because this is concave mirror. So we will get v from here. And again, in the next situation, we can consider the the object distance to be 30, right? So when the object, let us say this is u1 and u2. So when u2 will be -30, so f is always same. So here we will find v2. Let's say this is v1. So we will apply mirror formula here. तो यहाँ पर क्या हो जाएगा 1/u plus 1/v is equal to 1/f. So 1/-20 plus 1/v equals to -1/10. So this will come here. So you will get 20 -2 plus 1. So v1 you will get it as -20. And here also let's apply the same expression. So 1/u plus 1/v2 equals to -1/10. So you get here 1/30. So 30 LCM here, -3 plus 1 equals to 1/v2. So v2 you get here as -15 centimeter. So v1 मतलब कि अगर ऑब्जेक्ट ऐसे है तो v1 is -20. That means it is here. And v2, that means this end point is at -15. So somewhere over here. So this is the image. So what will be its length? 20 minus 15, that will be 5 centimeters. Okay, very simple here. Number 6. Number 6 we will do. Yes, Aviram, tell me what you want to ask. Let me know what you want to ask, Aviram.
I think, sir, I wanted to answer the previous question. That's it.
So in that case, you can, anyone who wants to ask or say something, they can raise the hand, because normally what happens, someone keeps their mic unmute and disturbance arises here. So in that case, raise the hands, guys, जिसको भी कुछ कहना होगा. Okay. All right, this question we will do. This one here. That 5 centimeter is right. Number 6 quickly we will do. Point. Okay, one answer I can see. Everyone else quickly find it out. Number 6. Quickly, all will do this one. Okay, only one answer, 2 answers I have got. So guys, all should give. Jai Sharan, what answer you are getting this time? Let me know what you are getting. Till what point you have got? Okay, 0.06 you have given. Aryan, what answer you have got? Okay, quickly you will do. Point 0.67 approx. Okay, those who have got 0.67 or 66, okay, that's right. So car is fitted with a convex side view mirror of focal length. There is convex mirror. So focal length is 20, so we'll write plus 20. A second car 2.8 meters behind, that means object distance is minus 2.8, is overtaking the first car at a relative speed of 15. So speed is 15 meter per second. Then what is the speed of the image of the second car, there is second, let's say this is second car, this is first car. So relative velocity क्या है? 15. So you have to find the speed of the image of the second car as seen in the mirror of the first one. So here it can be understood. So if we observe, it's given 15 meter per second is the relative velocity. That means this is the change of position of object with respect to time. And I'll write this in centimeters. So minus 280 centimeter, that will be the object distance. So from here we will get the value of V. So let's quickly find V here. So 1 by U plus 1 by V equal to 1 by F. So 1 by V will be 1 by 20 plus 1 by 280. So we get 300 by 14 here. So 15 by 14. So we get 280 by 15. That is the image distance that we get in this case. And now, if we just apply the equation 1 by u plus 1 by v, हमें पता था ये 1 by f होता है. So we differentiate both sides. So minus 1 by u square du by dt minus 1 by v square dv by dt equals to 0. So from here you get the speed of image as minus v square by u square into du by dt. So let's just put here, we will get the answer. So minus v square, that is 280 by 15, and u is 280. So whole square into the speed of object here, that is 15. So here we get 1 by 15, that is 0.066. Okay, so 0.067 centimeter per second. Centimeter per second or meter per second? Meter per second, right? Okay. All right, those who have got 0.06, that's correct. All right. So what we have done now, let us see the refraction today. So we have discussed all about the homework section of this reflection. We will see refraction now. So in refraction, we will see all about the lenses. So all would have definitely gone through these concepts in the earlier classes, but here mainly we are going to talk about the prism. That's the new thing. But before that, let us quickly see the previous things, as well as let us see some questions related to the speed of object and the speed of images with respect to the lenses. So what is refraction? How we can describe? This is the phenomena of bending of light rays as it changes the medium. as it changes the medium. So what is the cause of bending? The change in the medium. And why due to the change in medium, the light bends? Let us have a look at that. So let's say this is the glass. We already talked about the denser mediums, rarer mediums. So let us say the light is coming from the air. Light is coming from air. So now we know that light travels in a straight line. But why this ray of light will travel through this path? It is because the speed in the denser medium is less. So if the speed is less, the light has to emerge out. So it will emerge by just following that path, which will be shorter. So how that path will be shorter? If the ray bends towards the normal. So in short, we can remember, if the ray goes from rarer to denser medium, that's one case. Another, ray can go from denser medium to rarer medium. So in this case, the ray bends towards the normal, and here the ray bends away from the normal. And this is the angle of incidence, this is the angle of refraction. So I is greater than R in this case. So there is angle of deviation. Remember one thing, what is angle of deviation? This is the angle, that angle between the original direction and the real direction. So this was the original direction of the ray of light. But what happened? Ray bent by some angle. This is called as angle of deviation. So here angle of deviation can be found using I minus R. That's the angle of deviation at this first surface. Similarly, if we see the ray going from denser to the rarer medium. So here, see, this is R. So this will also be R because these two lines are parallel and this acts as transversal. And this will be I because whatever angle the ray makes with the normal while entering the glass block, same angle it will make with the normal while leaving. So this angle is also called as angle of emergence or emergent angle, which is equal to the angle of incidence, sometimes written as E, but this will be equal to I. You can just apply normal geometry and get this result. So here what will be the angle of deviation? The ray comes like this. Ray is coming like this and the ray wants to go like this, but instead it has been bent by some angle, that is delta 2. So what is that delta 2? The total angle, that is I, minus this R. Now one thing we can consider here, in the first case, when the refraction was taking place with respect to this surface, angle of deviation was computed in the clockwise direction. So let us say I take the anti-clockwise as positive. तो इसको मैं as it is रहने दिया, तो ये delta 1 क्या हो जाएगा? Minus, because I should consider the direction as well. So if I add both these equations, delta 1 plus delta 2, if I add them, we are going to get the total angle of deviation, and that will be 0, which just clarifies that the ray is parallel as it enters or emerges out with respect to a glass block. All right, so all can quickly note down this one. Okay, all would have noted this. So here let us see the laws of refraction. So again, you all guys have already gone through the laws of refraction in the earlier cases. So quickly we will go through. First law, we call it as Snell's law, which states that refractive index is sine of angle of incidence to sine of angle of refraction. But we will modify the usage, how we are going to use this Snell's law, so that we are going to do all the questions correctly. So let us say the ray is entering at an angle I and it is refracted and the angle of refraction is R. So every medium has its own refractive index. Let us say this medium has refractive index N1 and this has refractive index N2. So we will remember to multiply the refractive index and the sine of angle in that medium. So here, what is the angle in this medium? I. So we'll do refractive index N1 into sine I, and this will be equal to the refractive index multiplied by sine of angle in that medium. So this is the correct way to use Snell's law. अब इसी से ये डिराइव हुआ है एक्सप्रेशन जो हमारे बुक में डायरेक्टली लिखा रहता है. How? Let us see. So this was a glass block and the ray was entering. Let us say this is N1, this is N2. So this is I, this is R. So we get, let us rearrange this. So sine I by sine R, if we rearrange, we are going to get N2 by N1. So what is this N2 by N1? This is the relative refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. Refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1. And this is only taken as N. So this was the first law of refraction. The second law, that's similar to the second law of reflection, that the incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. So this is one way by which we can find out refractive index. There is yet another way to find refractive index. Speed of light in vacuum divided by the speed of light in medium. So this is the refractive index of the medium, the formula to compute refractive index of the medium. And we already know that the speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second. So refractive index, it will have no unit because it's just a simple ratio. And the refractive index of air, that will be, or let's say refractive index of vacuum, that is approximately or equal to 1. Yes, I will scroll up. So all can quickly write down this one. All would have done now. Okay. So we will see some basic questions from refraction today, and then we will see the prisms and other things in the next class. All right, so all can do this one. So here light is incident at an angle 45 degree from the air on a transparent medium, which causes the refracted ray to be at an angle 30 degree with the normal. What will be the refractive index? Very simple, it will be sin I by sin R. So sin I is 1 by root 2, sin R is 1 by 2 because sin 30 is 1 by 2. So we will get the result as root 2. The refractive index will be root 2 here. Number 2 we can do quickly. the refractive indices of glass and quartz with respect to air. So glass, it is 3/2. With respect to air, the refractive index of quartz is 9/5. What is the refractive index of quartz with respect to glass? So whatever is written with respect to, we just bring that in denominator. So refractive index of quartz with respect to glass, that will be the refractive index of quartz with respect to refractive index of quartz in the denominator. Sorry, glass in the denominator. So we will get here 9/5 over 3/2. So that will be 9/5 into 2/3. So it will be 6/5. That will be 1.2. All right. Okay, so here we confirm that there are two types of refractive index. One, absolute refractive index, and relative refractive index. And we have seen the problems related to the relative refractive index, where you define the refractive index of one medium with respect to the other medium. And absolute refractive index means you are just talking about refractive index with respect to of any medium with respect to air. And because the refractive index of air is 1, that's why this is called as absolute refractive index. So in the next classes, we will talk all about the prism. Then we will see the questions in combination with this glass block and the prisms. All right, then see you all in the next class. Bye, everyone.